Hey, hockey fans, how's everybody doing? Let's review some scores for Wednesday hockey, and then we'll make picks for Thursday's slate. There's 11 games on the board, so we'll go through things quick. Uh, Wednesday, Calgary taking on Ottawa. Ottawa won that game 3-1. We got that one right. Minnesota over Anaheim. We got that one right, 3-2 for Minnesota. Edmonton, Montreal postponed. Buffalo, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won that game 5-2. We got that one right. Andrew Kopp for Winnipeg. Wow, 4 goals. Winnipeg dominated Vancouver, and they won 5-1. We got that one wrong. And then the Sharks doubled up the Kings 4-2, so we got that one right. So the best bet, Minnesota. The standard bet went through, so that was good. That record goes to 18-10. And then for all games, it was 4-1. So that record goes to 125-91. But my parlay was terrible. Minnesota puck line, they only won by 1, so I didn't get the puck line on the parlay. Vancouver money line didn't go through. Ottawa puck line did go through. So it wasn't a total bomb, but it definitely wasn't good. But it was all right. It was some good hockey, actually. Now we'll get on for picks for Thursday. Thursday, we have the New York Islanders taking on Boston. Boston 5-3-2 in their last 10 with a current 2-game winning streak. Tuukka Rask is expected to be back and playing here. If not, Halak will obviously be in net. Islanders are 8-2-0 in their last 10, current 2-game winning streak. Varlamov is listed in net for the Islanders. They're in first with 46 points in the Mass Mutual East. Boston sitting in fourth with 36 points. The Islanders last played Philadelphia, and they won that game 2-1 in overtime. Boston last played Buffalo, and they won their game 4-1. The Islanders have won all 4 games that these teams have played. New York still sits in first in goals against. Boston sits in first in penalty kill, 89.4%. I got to go Islanders here. I just, they seem to have Boston's number. And even if Tuukka Rask is back, I still like the Islanders. Islanders is going to be my pick. A New York team, a visiting team to beat Boston is my first pick. Next game, the Rangers against Philadelphia. Philadelphia is 3-6-1 in their last 10. Current 1-game losing streak. Brian Elliott listed in net for Philadelphia. The Rangers are 5-4-1, current 2-game winning streak. Chesterkin is confirmed to be back in net for the Rangers. They're in 6th with 32 points in the Mass Mutual East, playing Philadelphia 5th with 34 points. The Rangers last played Buffalo, and they won 5-3. The Flyers last lost 4-3 to New Jersey. 2 games apiece in this series. The last game, New York destroyed them 9-0. The Rangers sit in third in penalty kill, 86.9%. And some people are going to talk about this revenge factor because they got beat so bad that last game. But I'm going to go with another New York team here, and I'm going to go with Chesterkin. I like him, and I'm going to go 2 New York teams for my pick so far. Rangers to beat Philadelphia, 2 visiting teams. Next, we got the Devils taking on Washington. Washington is 8-2-0 in their last 10. Current 2-game losing streak. Samsonov is listed in net for Washington. The Devils 5-3-2 in their last 10. Current 2-game winning streak. Blackwood listed to be in net for the Devils. They're in 7th with 28 points in the Mass Mutual East. Washington sits in 2nd with 44 points. The Devils last played Philadelphia, and they won that game 4-3. The Capitals, they lost their last game to the Rangers 3-1. And the Devils are going to be looking for their first win in this series. The Capitals have won all 4 games that these teams have played. And I think Ovechkin is still going to be out with injury. I know Washington's going to have a little more rested than the Devils, but I think they're both pretty rested. Blackwood has been playing really well. 3 quality starts, 3 wins. Yeah, I think Samsonov suffered his first loss in regulation play last game. I'm going to go for an upset here. I'm going to go the Devils. So far, 3 visiting teams. The Devils to beat Washington. That's going to be my pick. Next game, Carolina against Columbus. Columbus 5-3-2. Current 1-game losing streak against Carolina. 7-1-2 in their last 10. Current 1-game winning streak. Reimer listed in net for Carolina and Korpisalo for Columbus. Carolina sits in 2nd with 45 points in the Discover Central. Columbus sits in 5th with 33 points. And this will be the 4th time in this 4-game set that these teams play. The last one was 3-0 for Carolina. The series is tied at 3 apiece. The Blue Jackets took the first 2 games of this 4-game set. Both games required extra time, and they ended up winning both games. But then the last game, it looked quite a bit different. And I think the Hurricanes will win this game. I'm going to look at the under here, too. All 3 games in this 4-game set have been 5 or less. So I'm going to look at the under and Carolina to win. That's going to be my pick. Next game, Toronto against Ottawa. Ottawa 4-4-2 in their last 10, current 2-game winning streak. Anton Forsberg listed in net for Ottawa against Toronto, who are 4-6-0 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Jack Campbell confirmed to be in net for Toronto. They're in first with 42 points in the Scotia North. Ottawa sits in seventh with 27 points. The Leafs played Calgary this past Saturday, and they won that game 2-0. Ottawa, they're playing a back-to-back. They also played Calgary, and they won that game 3-1. The series is all tied up, 3 games apiece. And you have to like a rested Toronto team here. And Campbell's confirmed to be in net, and he looked comfortably back in net after injury. He stopped 31 shots in that last game when he was in net. Toronto, for sure, Toronto to win this game. That's my pick. Next game, Buffalo against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh 7-2-1 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. DeSmith listed in net for Pittsburgh. Against Buffalo are 0-9-1, current 7-game losing streak. Allmark is listed to be back for Buffalo. They're in 8th with 16 points, the only team in the league with under 20 points right now. In the MassMutual East, Pittsburgh sits in 3rd with 42 points. Playing back-to-back for these clubs, Penguins won 5-2 on Wednesday. The Penguins have a 3-0 lead in this series. The Captain Crosby leads the team in points. Last 5 games, I think he's got 6. Crazy value here, and I know some people are commenting that Buffalo has to win, and will this be the game where Buffalo wins? Is Pittsburgh going to be looking ahead to the Islanders, and Allmark is just going to play lights out, and is Buffalo going to win? I don't know. Yeah, let's go Buffalo. I'll call an upset there, Buffalo to win the game. I don't feel great about it, but I'll pick Buffalo. Next game, St. Louis against Minnesota. Minnesota 7-3-0 in their last 10, current 2-game winning streak. Kakkonen is listed in net for Minnesota. St. Louis is 4-3-3, current 1-game losing streak. Binnington listed in net for St. Louis. They're in 4th with 37 points in the Honda West. Minnesota sitting in 3rd with 41 points. The Blues lost their last game to Vegas. Team, and that Vegas team was on a back-to-back, but they lost that game 5-1. Minnesota's on a back-to-back here, and they beat Anaheim 3-2 here on Wednesday. This is a first meeting of these two clubs, first time this season. And I thought Dumba would be back last game, but I think he's definitely back this game. Binnington has only won 1 of his last 5 starts, and he doesn't. When I think of him, I think of the guy that I saw not that many years ago playing incredible, and I don't see that now. I'm going to go Minnesota here, the home team to win the game. Minnesota to beat St. Louis, even though they're on a back-to-back. Next game, we've got Florida against Chicago. Chicago 3-6-1 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Lankinen listed in net for Chicago against Florida, who are 6-4-0, current 2-game losing streak. Bobrovsky has been confirmed to be in net for Florida. They're in 3rd with 44 points in the Discover Central. Chicago sits in 4th with 35 points. On Tuesday, when these teams met, the Hawks started quick and they held on and they won the game 3-2. That was the first for these Hawks in this series. Panthers lead this series 4-1. Lankinen, he was the first star of that game. And that's what Chicago also ended that 4-game little losing streak that they were on. And I think they're going to win again at home here and hand Florida another loss. And I think that could be, I don't know for sure, but it might be the first time Florida's lost 3 in a row. If they lose. I'm picking Chicago, home team to win the game. Next, we've got Detroit against Nashville. Nashville is 5-4-1 in their last 10, current 2-game winning streak. Saros listed in net for Nashville against Detroit, who are 3-6-1 in their last 10, current 2-game losing streak. Grice listed in net for Detroit. They're in 8th with 24 points in the Discover Central. Nashville sits in 6th with 31 points. Teams played on Tuesday, and the Predators won that game 2-0. Nashville now leads the season series 3-2. Saros now has, I think, .985 save percentage since returning from injury, which is just awesome. It should be a good game, and Nashville wins the game. another home team here in Nashville to win that game. Next game, Tampa against Dallas. Dallas 3-3-4 in their last 10, current 1-game losing streak. Kudobin listed in net for Dallas. Against Tampa, 8-2-0, current 5-game winning streak. Vasilevsky listed in net for Tampa. They're in first with 50 points in the Discover Central. Dallas sits in seventh with 28 points. Teams played on Tuesday, and the Lightning, they squeezed out another win, 2-1 over the Stars. Not an exciting game. The shots were 26-17 in favor of Tampa, so light. Vasilevsky, I think he earned his 12th win consecutive, which is a record in Tampa, and he's going to be going for 13. Tampa sits in second in power play, 28.7%, first in goals for, and Dallas is just not able to close out games, it seems like. I'm going to go Tampa here, visiting team to win the game, Tampa to beat Dallas. And then the last game, Vegas against Colorado. Should be a really good game. Colorado 7-1-2 in their last 10, current overtime decision. Grubauer listed in net for Colorado. Vegas 7-3-0, current 1-game winning streak. Marc-Andre Fleury listed in net for Vegas. They're in first with 45 points in the Honda West. Colorado in second, 43 points. The Knights' last game was a 5-1 win over St. Louis, and the Avalanche, they lost their last game to Arizona 5-4. Season series is tied 2 games apiece. McKinnon, he's like 11 points in the last 5 games for Colorado. But Stone for Vegas is playing well too. I think he's got 7 points in the last 5 games. So 2 top teams here are going to be going head to head, and I'm going to go to the home team here to win. I'm going to go Colorado to beat Vegas. That's going to be my pick. Colorado to beat Vegas, Tampa to beat Dallas, Nashville to beat Detroit, Chicago to beat Florida, Minnesota to beat St. Louis, Buffalo to beat Pittsburgh. Toronto to beat Ottawa, Carolina to beat Columbus, the Devils to upset Washington, the Rangers over Philadelphia, and the Islanders over Boston. My best bet, I'm going to make that my Toronto, and I'm going to do 2 parlays. I'm going to go Rangers at 1.9, Nashville at 1.55, both of those money line, and then I'm going to go Colorado puck line, minus 1.5 at 2.65. So I'm going to do those 3, and then on my other parlay, I'm going to go Minnesota 1.8 money line, Carolina Columbus game. I'm just going to do the under 5.5 at 1.86, and then the Toronto, I'm going to go puck line, but I don't know what the odds are yet because they're not out on Bet365 yet. But I'm going to do those 2 parlays. Hope everyone has a great Thursday. Good luck with your picks. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Talk soon.